My brother Knights, the following videos are from the candidates that are running for the office of State Treasurer and State Warden. At the time of this video, only one candidate is on the ballot for the office of State Secretary, State Advocate, and State Deputy. In addition to at the time of this video, only two Brother Knights have submitted their name for consideration to the two elected executive committee positions. Enjoy the videos, consider these Brother Knights carefully, cast your vote decisively, and we look forward to receiving it so that we can count it during the annual business meeting.
My name is Rick Jacoby, and I am running for State Treasurer for the Iowa State Council for the incoming year. The State Treasurer's duties include proper handling of the funds in which he has been entrusted. These are our funds, the funds that we need to spend wisely, not to give any bad points to anyone or knock on anyone. But one of the future things that I believe is important with that proper handling of those funds is to see that all the requests for reimbursement are sent to the State Treasurer through a department director who would have to approve those. This is something we've been trying to get done, haven't quite accomplished yet, and I think it's an important step. As the program director last year, I found that money was spent before I even knew it because a reimbursement check had been sent out. I think that the program director and any director needs to be aware of the funds that are being spent out of their fund prior to that reimbursement check being sent out. That is the proper handling of those. I've had many jobs. I've worked on the membership team. I mentioned I was program director last year. I am the current state warden. And at this time, I just feel it important that I can move forward and serve the Iowa Council and the Iowa Knights of Columbus in a much larger way, in a more important way, as the state treasurer. The jobs that I've taken on, the past state deputies, the current state deputy, many officers, and the state council, local council, assemblies have all regarded my work as very well done and appreciate getting the task completed. I thank them for that. My local council has endorsed my candidacy for state treasurer. I thank their endorsement, as well as my current pastor and past pastors who have been at my parish, as well as all the priests that I've worked with over the years. This is one more step in my evolving to serve you better, and I would hope that you would endorse my candidacy and support that with your vote. Over the years, it's been my pleasure to serve, and this has been always my point of what I wanted to do, is to serve. When asked to serve, I did always. I am married. I'm a veteran of the U.S. Navy as well as the Iowa Army National Guard, and I've been a Knight for 25 years. So I've learned a lot, and I look forward to learning a lot more and serving you better. Again, I want to thank you for your time today. I would appreciate your support and your vote for my candidacy for state treasurer. Thank you very much.
My brother Knights, I am Francis Leader and ask for your support as I seek the office of State Treasurer for the 2020 term. My background and experience has provided the tools needed for the position. Now that I am retired and settled into our new home, I have the time needed to serve as your State Treasurer and make sure all bills and expenses are paid in a timely manner. Teresa and I have 3 children, Julie, Tom, and Mary, and have been blessed with 4 grandchildren. We currently live in the Ankeny area and are members of Our Lady's Immaculate Heart Church, where we attend daily Mass. I grew up in eastern Iowa on a farm and completed high school at St. Patrick's in Ryan and went on to obtain a BS in agriculture engineering at Iowa State. I worked at the John Deere Des Moines Works and retired as a senior engineer for cotton harvesting equipment. While living in the Saleville area just north of Des Moines, I served as chairman of the Saleville Water District for many years and was able to provide the lowest water rates in the Des Moines area for our district members. I was deeply involved in the closing and transfer of thousands of dollars and the operation of the district to the Des Moines Water Works, making sure that the low rates continued even till today. I'm a member of the Monsignor J.M. Hansen Council 5038 of Ankeny and served as treasurer before becoming the Grand Knight. I'm also a member of the Father Paul F. Hans Assembly 3265 and have served as faithful navigator and faithful controller for the 4th degree. At the state level, I have served in almost all of the positions of elected office and as editor of the Night Today and chairman of the Perpetual Memorial Society. Additionally, I've served as 4th degree master for Iowa and was appointed vice supreme master for the Father Padilla province. My goal is to keep our Iowa Knights of Columbus finances strong. The Viridian Credit Union is our Knights of Columbus banking service and is located close by my home in Ankeny and provides the opportunity to visit in person if there are any concern regarding any of our accounts. The Supreme Council requires an annual audit of the state finances. The past couple of years, I was able to provide that service by having the audit completed by a friend who retired from the IRS at no cost to the State Council, a savings of nearly $2,000 a year. I feel I have lots of experience and knowledge of the workings of the Iowa Knights of Columbus and our rich history. It has provided a strong basis to fulfill the office of State Treasurer. Again, I ask for your support and thank you for all your efforts for the Iowa Knights of Columbus.
Hello, I'm Jamie McNaughton. I would like to ask for your support in my bid to become your next state warden. Currently, I serve the Iowa Knights of Columbus as state program director. Through this role, I've been able to make some connections all over the state. For example, helping with different state leadership meetings and meeting with all the district deputies, attend and take part in the state golf tournament and made a connection with them. And probably one of the biggest things this year, I was able to bridge the gap between the state leadership and the state bowling committee. There was not a lot of good communication in the past between the groups. I was able to set up some time and our worthy state deputy and I were able to meet with them on a couple different occasions and get things connected back up, which is a big thing going forward. So unfortunately, that event did not get to complete this year due to our current situation. So hopefully I'm looking forward to next year and growing that even more. So I'm also relatively new. Being program director this year, I stepped away from the state offices, district deputy for a couple years. So I'm new. Got some new ideas, some fresh insights that I can bring to the state warden role. I think that's beneficial because I'm not a big fan of doing things just because they've always been done that way. So I would like to bring some new blood. So the other thing, over this past year, I've had the opportunity to work with our current worthy state warden, Rick Jacoby, to set up tear down for multiple state meetings, convention last year and so forth, which given me some insight to some of what's required of this role. And it's exciting. I look forward to the opportunity potentially to be part of that. As your state warden, I would use my organizational skills, my all-in mantra, and my get it done attitude to fulfill the various duties required of this. No matter what organization I've ever been involved with, that's one thing. When I'm in, I go all in. So I look forward to being able to do that even more with the state Iowa Knights Columbus in this potential new role. Currently, my wife and I, we're empty nesters, so we find we have time on our hands. And one nice thing about that is we can dedicate that to things we're passionate about. And I'll tell you one thing I've been passionate about is the Knights of Columbus. It's been a big part of my faith journey since I went through RCIA, joined the church, became Catholic. I've had several different roles over the years through the Knights of Columbus. Served as financial secretary, deputy grand knight of a brand new council, helped charter that. Grand knight, district warden, district deputy, faithful pilot, faithful comptroller currently for my assembly. So, and each one of those in its own unique way has given me some better insight into how the councils or assemblies run, how the state interacts with those councils and assemblies, and overall how the order is in general. And I think those past experiences and be able to look back on those and rely on those as learning opportunities going forward, I think is a tremendous thing. As we learned in our lesson on unity, no one man can do it all. It requires a band of brothers, knights working together to accomplish everything we do. It would be a great honor for me to serve as your state warden for the 2021 fraternal year, and I look forward to working with you side by side as we rise up and share God's joy. Thank you for your consideration. Vivat Jesus.
My name is John Swibomber. I am an insured member of Auction Council 2073. I want to be the next state warden for the Iowa Knights of Columbus. I have been a Grand Knight since 2008. Just a year later, I became Grand Knight of my council, position I held for the next 7 years. I led the council to achieve its first star council in 9 years. From 2013 to 15, I served as district deputy, or warden, and in 2015, I took the 17 as district deputy. After attending the Supreme Convention in Philadelphia, I brought ideas to my district and region to improve the fraternal activities and combining efforts to grow the membership and the outreach of the Knights in Northeast Iowa. This group encouraged and supported me to run as a third-degree executive committee member. I served from 2017 to 19. I was then asked to become membership director for the Iowa jurisdiction, position that I held, which I led the membership team in Iowa to the Supreme Knight Circle of Honor. Iowa had not been on the Circle of Honor in 5 years. We were the only Division II jurisdiction to achieve such an honor and the second largest jurisdiction in the order to receive the honor. We closed the year with 104% of our membership goal, largest in almost 10 years. I believe in the growth of the membership, and I know how to work with regional directors, DVDs, Grand Knights to motivate and encourage and promote the growth of the order. I have also brought success to my local assembly, where I currently serve as faithful navigator to leading the Davis Assembly 271 to earn its first ever civic award. I also serve as assistant to the master of the 4th degree in Iowa and am currently active in the Honor Guard. The reason I want to be state warden is because I know the importance Knights of Columbus in the family, parishes, and communities. I have a family man married for 30 years to Teresa. We have 4 children and 4 grandchildren. I know the importance of faith in the family. I have served as Eucharistic minister at my parish, St. Francis de Sales, and the Auction Senior Hospice. I also believe that Iowa is always a contender for the Circle of Honor. I know that how to get it done. I have done it, and I am one of 7 membership directors that have achieved it. I plan to continue pushing the successful growth and the outreach of the jurisdiction as the state officer. I hope I can count on your support as for state warden. Thank you.